Welcome to Girl Talk. Thanks for sitting in with us here. It's about the new year, isn't it?
It sure is. What a busy time.
I am wondering if any of you have New Year's resolutions. Jessa?
I'm so hopeful that you were going to start. I know my New Year's resolution, well, I have two. If is that allowed?
I think
Yeah,
so.
you can have as many as you want.
Two year's resolutions. I can't
She's
help
already
myself.
overachieving.
I know. So number one is the cliche to work out more. I've slid a little south of where I need to be in terms of activity.
Is that because of baby?
Yeah,
You're a little busier
It's
with-
funny. I did better when I was pregnant than I've done since having Primley, which is
I wonder if
interesting.
it's because you're taking care of a child.
That could be. I don't know. To do with that. So yeah, so I got the boring cliche one, but honestly, I would like to do a better job of taking a little vacation and catching up with friends and family. I often miss things, and you know, as you get older, you start realizing how important it is to. And now that I think that Primley's in my life too, to have, I don't know, her involved in my family.
Maintain those relationships.
Yeah, it's important. So I want to do better with that this year.
Yeah.
Okay, Elise.
How about you?
I'm kind of like all over the board. I don't think that I have like a specific resolution, but I just want to do better pretty much at everything. Like I want to work harder. I want to get more sleep. I want to be kinder. I know. I mean, it's a fighting battle, but if I just encompass everything, then hopefully I can
At least
improve
hit one.
on something.
You know, hit
Right.
one at least.
No, I think that's a lofty goal, but it's a good one.
Well, I know a lot of people overdo it. You know, they say, oh, I'm going to lose 20 pounds. I'm going to do this. But then you're not going to get all of them, and then you get frustrated. So focus on, you know, moderation and just doing what you know you can achieve.
Well, and with your goal, there's no specific measure of success.
Right.
So when you feel better, you've accomplished your goal.
Just do something.
And there's
pretty
no
much
way for
made
us
it.
to know.
There you go.
You can tell us you nailed it, and we never know.
She's got it all worked out.
Yeah.
No, we're going to move on.
Oh, Janet, never letting us in. You know?
Well, I guess I'm more in the camp of why wait till January 1st to, you know, think about making a change.
Sure.
So
Right.
I guess I do it throughout the year.
Yeah.
That's good.
Okay,
Yeah.
Michelle.
Yeah, you know, I've done them in the past, and I like yours. Just try a little here and there and just try to improve. So I'm okay
It's like
with
the
that.
New Year's resolution for
Yeah,
slackers.
keep it simple.
Hey, all you
don't
slackers,
have to get
pick this really
specific.
generic New Year's resolution.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay, should we talk about the show today?
We should talk about our guests coming up. Yeah, we'll be chatting with Joe Conant with some winterizing tips. I hope to make sure our cars are going to start this winter and keep going. And
An important topic.
yeah,
We've been awfully blessed with the weather this
know.
December.
We
I
have.
have
Don't
been
say it.
procrastinating on like getting snow tires, and Mother Nature's just keep like she's aiding in my procrastination.
This whole episode is about how lazy Elise is.
And now we know. So
That's right.
all right, staying on task. We'll also learn about a boutique that's I've not heard of before. I'm from Madison, and I just somehow missed this one. It's Luander's boutique here on the west side of Madison. To be honest, I'm a little afraid to learn about yet another great boutique.
Yeah, I hear ya.
they have a lot of nice stuff, really nice jewelry, clothing.
Yeah, I did peek at their website, and everything looks great. A lot of tunics. I like tunics, and they had a lot of that kind of stuff. We're also talking with Westtown Mall.
It's the shopping extravaganza.
It is. You know, I'm surprised. I was reading a little bit about that. I feel like Westtown Mall's been around forever, but actually, just a quick tidbit, it was actually built in 1970, so it's not
Really?
that long ago.
Yeah, it's not as old as you thought.
I guess not. Well, we've got to run. We've got to take a break, and when we come back, we will take a look at what's inside Westtown Mall right after this.
Hey folks, welcome back to Girl Talk. I think tis the season, right ladies, to talk about a little bit of shopping.
It's party season.
Time.
It sure is,
Yeah.
yes.
When is not the perfect time?
So we are joined by this lovely lady. This is Tiffany Schultz, who joins us from the Westtown Mall, and you're the marketing director there. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me today.
We're so glad to talk to you. This is the perfect time of year. Maybe folks are still looking for a couple last-minute Christmas gifts, or got some money that they received from Christmas that they're looking to spend. So we're going to walk through a few different looks today, all available over at the Westtown Mall, correct?
Right. Everything from fun and casual to the formal black tie affair.
That's perfect. So let's start with, this is, I think, one thing that people spend a lot of time thinking about is when they have like an office function to go to and not really sure what to wear, especially if it's after hours. So the couple looks behind us are your perfect example.
Absolutely. These two looks, this one is from Teresaki Designs.
I love that sweater.
this-
That was the first thing I noticed when I walked in.
The cashmere is very soft and
So
elegant,
beautiful.
very versatile too. You can wear it to the office, and then you can wear it to your after work party.
Yeah, absolutely.
The layering piece that's underneath is a great basic to have in your closet.
And now, is that sleeveless?
It is. It has
Okay.
a little bit of a cap sleeve,
Okay.
but it would work for a layering piece. You could also wear it alone as well,
Yeah,
if you
all
want to
year round.
put it
That's
in.
what that's kind of what I'm thinking is you can wear it now, but you can. It's not going to go out of style or out of season. You can actually kind of bring it into some of the later months.
Right, and it is silk too, so it's a quality
Oh.
piece, a quality
Feels
basic that is going to work in your closet for many seasons to come as well. You could dress it up with a little bit of accessories and just a basic black pant. And that's a great look for your office party and the office. So it's time to go home and change and
The materials make it a little bit more fun too, where it's still appropriate for the office, but when you are going then to your function later, you've got a little something else going on.
right. And
that's nice.
Teresaki Designs has a lot of great pieces like
Say
that
it again.
too. Teresaki Designs.
Teresaki, okay.
They're located over in the retail district at Westtown near Ulta.
Okay, perfect. That's a good landmark. Ulta.
So
We know
they're
what that looks
outside
like.
the mall.
Awesome. Okay. And now this next one next to it, were you referring to that one as well?
Oh, correct. This is from Apricot Lane, another very versatile piece that you
Yes.
can wear in the office or to a work party, or even if you're going to a event at a friend's house.
Absolutely.
It would definitely
Beautiful
work
necklace.
for it. The necklace is locally made by a Madison artist, and they
Oh,
have
how
a few
nice.
pieces in their store with those locally made
Yeah.
pieces that support the local
I think we're all
artists.
a bit too familiar with
Partial,
Apricot
a
Lane.
little partial to Apricot Lane. They are our friends
we-
over there.
We may shop there a time or two.
So again,
great
a
look.
basic black legging paired with a jewel tone piece that you can keep in your closet. This one is sleeveless. That's underneath, so
Again, versatile.
work very well for different
Great options.
occasions. And then the sweater, you can't go wrong with it. It can become a cardigan, or it could be more of a shawl.
I
So-
like the button too, because that's my pet peeve with the shawls is you're always yeah, exactly.
Yep,
So
and that's available at Apricot Lane, the whole collection.
love it.
So I love this guy too. We were at first look at you think it's Grinch, but it's actually Yoda, which I think is awesome. What is this for? Like a ugly sweater party kind of event?
Definitely, ugly sweaters are very popular. Tomorrow is Ugly Sweater Day.
Terrific.
So they have a variety of different ugly sweaters at the uglysweater.com center court kiosk. Everything from Star Wars to the Griswold Family Christmas.
Oh my gosh.
great.
I was just discussing this.
There's actually a kiosk devoted to ugly sweaters.
Yes, there is.
Who knew?
And they also have
Such a
thing one and
popular
thing
thing
two. There's light up sweaters, so the uglier the better.
Right.
And they range in price. There's also accessories. There's sequin jackets. There's something for everybody. And they also have ugly leggings too.
Oh my goodness.
Makes
wanna
the
kick it up a
whole
notch.
thing.
We have to go, but we just mention where the formal items are from because we want to make sure and get those in. They're gorgeous.
The formal items are from Men's Warehouse and Tux and Dry Goods. Dry Goods has a selection of little black dresses. You can't go wrong with the formal affair.
Gorgeous, gorgeous,
Fabulous,
gorgeous.
yeah.
And for budgets of all kinds, I want to mention too before we go, West Town Mall has a wide variety of price points as well, and including what you see behind you is from small to large. So depending where you want to spend, depending on the event.
Right.
This is Tiffany Schultz. Make sure you check out the West Town Mall. There's a whole lot over there for you. We'll be right back with more Girl Talk after the break, so stick around.
Welcome back to Girl Talk. Well, we've recently discovered a local boutique that's new to us, not necessarily new to Madison. With us today we have Leanne Hultquist. She's from Lou Anders Boutique. Did I get that all right?
You got it all right.
Kind of a tongue twister.
It is a little bit.
Yeah.
So how did that name even, how did you come up with that name?
Well, I came up with the name because when I was first came up with the store, someone said, you have to have a name that has a meaning. So we sat around the kitchen table and we decided with my family what to do, and we couldn't come up with anything that really resonated. And so my daughter is Annika Louise, and we called her Lulu before she was born.
Cute.
So that's the Lou, and my son is Alexander, so that's the Anders, hence Lou Anders. However, since I'm Leanne, I get called Luann a lot.
I can imagine that. So that's great. You kind of based your name off of your family. Is your family incorporated in the business more than that?
Yes, my whole family actually is involved. My husband more so than my children, but my husband is our webmaster. He's also our fulfillment person for all of our online orders, which we have a lot right now. And he does a photography for us. We sell on Facebook, on Amazon, on our own website. So he does all of that as well as all of our technical
great that
stuff.
You're everywhere.
Yes, and my kids help with fulfillment. They build a lot of boxes and they ship a lot of packages and they do a lot of help with that. And they also can run the cash register when it's necessary.
Oh, that's so great. A local family affair.
That's
Correct.
exactly what came to my mind was a local family affair. That's fantastic. Before we get into what you have inside your boutique, give us a little background on how you started this.
Well, we moved here to Madison. It'll be 9 years on January 1st. And I just really struggled with where to shop and the kind of things that I liked. We had lived around the country our whole lives, and we decided we wanted to raise our family here, so the best way to do that is to open a store.
Really?
You get tied to the community. We love this community. And I was looking for something that women felt comfortable buying what they wanted, seeing things that they could self-purchase, seeing the styles they wanted. They didn't want to shop anymore at the teen stores, and they didn't want to shop at the older lady stores. They wanted something specifically for them. And that's what Lou Anders is about.
I remember you had said something like, at least back during that time, the two big stores to shop at were Kohl's and
St. Vinny's.
St. Vinny's, right. And you're like, okay, something's got to be done here.
Right. Right. And neither one of those were my choice of preference for shopping. So I felt that I could bring a lot to the community with what I had from experience. I've worked in stores in different cities. I've lived in many different states. I've lived abroad. So I kind of knew what women really needed and wanted in this town.
So let's get to the goods.
Okay, sounds good to me.
You mentioned that kind of your whole collection right now is available at your boutique.
Correct.
Can we specifically talk about this fabulous set of jewelry that you have on?
Well,
it is so eye-catching. I'm
it
sure
really
you can
is.
see it.
We love it. It's called Mariana. It's handmade in Israel, and it has a lifetime warranty. And they go as far to say, if you run over it with your car, send it back. I'm like, well, I don't think I'm going to try it, but I'd love to see if someone does what they do. It is all Swarovski crystals. It's just gorgeous. The colors just get better and better with each shipment. We've only had it about 4 months, which is what we try to do, bring new things in each season.
Sure.
This is my Christmas present.
It is, and you made a great selection.
I
It
did.
is absolutely breathtaking. I love how they're all kind of different, and it sits up. I mean, you don't see that style very often.
Right.
It's absolutely gorgeous.
Well, thanks.
And like you were saying, it's very easy probably for a man to come in and say, give me something, what do you got? What do you got that's good? And then they see this, and you can't beat sparkles, guys.
No, sparkles are all the way to go. And, you know, now that Christmas is over, it's time to think about, I guess, Valentine's Day, but never too early for that. But it's just easy to buy. It looks great. It's so versatile because you can dress it up or dress it down.
So speaking of, I am really actually digging these tights.
Do you
And
love
those are from
those?
your store as
They
well?
are.
Oh, tights. And it's a good time of year for those. those types of things.
Leggings and tights are one of our best sellers. We specialize in these, which is a brand out of California, made in the United States. They're one size fits all, and they have a nice little tummy tuck at the top.
Ooh.
So you
doesn't love
you feel really good. Yeah, tummy tuck without, not all the way to like too tight, but they're perfect because they keep you nice and trim. They stay up, they don't sag, they wash well, they wear well, and they keep you warm. The other ones we do are fleece lined, which keep you even warmer because Wisconsin is going to get cold sooner or later.
Sooner or later. We're almost out of time, and I want to make sure folks know where to find you because you've got jewelry, you've got the tights, you've got tops, you've got all kinds of things.
Everything, yep.
Where are you on Mineral Point
We're
Road?
on 7432 Mineral Point Road, which is kind of across from West Town Mall. We look into the side of Pier 1, and we're surrounded by O'Grady's, Pizza Hut, and La Baguette.
Great, some landmarks that some of us will recognize. Fantastic. Well, nice to meet you. Lou Anders Boutique here on the west side of Madison.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We'll be right back. We'll chat with Joe Conan of Conan Automotive next.
Hello and welcome back to Girl Talk. So we've had all kinds of fun so far today, but this is the segment we've been promising you would be here. We're talking about winter maintenance for your car. I don't think there could be a more perfect time to have this discussion as the cold rolls in and we start buckling down, thinking about what could go wrong with our cars this year. This is Joe Conant, as you may recognize from Conan Automotive, and we're so glad to have you back, Joe. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. It's been a while.
So yeah, we're glad to see you, and we love having you, and we love how you give us these great tips for our vehicles, and let us just kind of shoot the breeze about any questions that we have. So let's kind of start with some of the things on the table and talking about what we can do to kind of get ready for the year.
All right. Well, since winter is here, it's real simple to make sure that your vehicles start every morning. First things first is a good battery. I suggest every 3 years, and that might be a little bit early for some, but it's cheap insurance. A battery should cost you installed right around $130 anywhere.
Huh, that's it, huh?
And if you divide that up per year, it's pretty cheap insurance.
Yeah.
The other thing is having your oil changed, so that's done and out of the way.
Do you see my face? I need one, yeah.
It's just to make that car start when it's supposed to when we get down to the 10 below. Them are the two major things to get done.
Okay. And with the oil changes in the winter, now, typically you've told us that 3,000 mile mark. Do you think sooner, or are we still good at 3,000?
Well, mainly it's we set it at 4,500 on the oil that we use.
Okay.
I suggest going with a semi-synthetic or a full synthetic oil change. I'm glad you brought that up because you get what you pay for.
Yeah.
So you see the signs that say 1995 oil change. You're not getting what your vehicle needs.
Okay.
You're going to spend $50, $60.
I'm glad you asked or brought that up too. Is I never know if that's worth the money. You know, there's all these different price points and different oils, and I have an older vehicle, and going into the winter, you think it's worth spending the money on the better oil?
Oh, always. Always.
How do you know what oil they're putting in?
Trust, branding, brand name. Like if you go to like a Valvoline, Pennzoil, Quaker State, when you go to the lower price, like the 1995, they're generally using the lowest cost oil to make, because an oil change, the money that's made on an oil change is really not that much because you have so much tied up in the product itself. So 1995, you're not getting the greatest oil.
Right, because they've got to have some margin, or what's the point?
Yeah, you got to have margin.
Yeah,
I mean, we're in business, so yeah, you have to have margins.
So that's good to know. And I love the battery tip too, because when your battery does die, and I've had this happen, then you're stuck. And then you're dealing with expenses like possibly towing or having somebody come out to you. And for the price, I didn't even think it was that inexpensive to get that changed. It's really
they're very, for what you're getting, it's very inexpensive.
So
isn't there a way to tell how old it is? It seems like I remember.
Yeah, there should be a date code right on the top there where it's punched out. Generally, that's what they're supposed to do. A lot of places sometimes, get into a hurry and don't put the date that it's put in.
So interesting.
So you're just a guessing game. Quickly on the battery situation, This is a little piece of equipment that you can get for right around about $200. It may seem like a lot of money, but they do come smaller. And this is actually a jump pack, meaning you can jump start a vehicle. You can even jump start a big diesel truck.
Wow.
With just that.
And you can also power a laptop, your phone. I've recommended this to a lot of people that have kids that are going to college. They can stick that in their vehicle, and that way they don't get the call on a Sunday night when they're 200 miles away. At least they can get home safe.
Or you have to ask a stranger.
Exactly.
Right.
That's what I was just saying too.
Yep.
I just got chills because I've had to do that before, and it's always worked out. But if I had something like that, boy, that would take.
And that's a bigger unit. They do come smaller, and like I say, they're right around the 250, 250 range.
Where do you get that?
I know Farm and Fleet has them. I mean, everybody has them now.
Oh, really? Wow.
And what do you call them?
It's just a battery jump pack.
Okay. Now, what's this fun gadget?
This is something I recommend people keep in their vehicles. It's a snow broom. Basically, it's foam so you don't scratch the paint, so you can actually clean all the snow off your vehicle so you're not driving down the road with all this snow on it.
Especially the hood where it can blow back.
It blows in.
Exactly. And also, since we're on that subject of cleaning off where the windshield wipers go, the cowl area, what happens is you'll get into such a hurry, you'll get the wipers going, and it basically will destroy the wiper motor.
Because they get stuck?
Oh,
because
no,
it
I do
gets
this
stuck.
all the time, too. I do everything wrong.
And
what
wiper
I'm
motors
learning.
are kind of expensive to replace, so you definitely want to get your car clean. On the wiper subject here, we got two kinds of wipers. You got the beam type, and you got the old suspension type, I'll call them. Well, snow and ice can get trapped in here, and then your wiper blade's doing nothing. And I know you've probably experienced that going down the road. You're not cleaning the window.
So it's going, but it's not
Right,
cleaning,
it's not making
working.
contact.
Yeah.
Whereas this one here will make full contact with the windshield, and it's less likely to get snow built up on it. So there's a safety thing too.
How often are you supposed to change out your windshield wipers?
I recommend once a year, twice a year
Okay.
maybe, because they are out in the elements, they're getting beat up, and people overlook them.
What were
Another
those
thing I
called again?
need.
It's beam type. Basically everything made now has this type on it, new vehicles that is, but older vehicles, they have these for the older vehicles, but these will work also.
If you have the older ones, can you can
Yes,
switch
yeah.
to, you can go to
Yep,
either
you
way.
can get the new ones.
And what should we be spending on a set of windshield wipers like this?
You get what you pay for.
Yeah.
You should spend probably $15 to maybe $30 on a set.
Okay. That's we can do that.
Don't get
that's
the
not bad.
$2 ones because they're not going to work out for you.
Could be a stocking stuffer.
You know what,
$2
Janet? That's not. No, we get the good ones if you're going to do that. Oh my gosh, Joe, thank you so much. Is there anything else here we want to talk about, or we cover the important
Real
things?
quickly. When you got car keys, have them look like this. One key, maybe house key, and the key fob.
Okay.
This is bad. You don't need all this stuff on your keychain.
Right.
It wears out the ignition lock cylinder,
Does it?
and it's just it's
Because of the weight?
because of the weight. That's always hanging on the little ignition lock cylinder, and it wears them out prematurely.
Interesting. I didn't know that. And safety, you know, when you're fumbling around getting into your car, you got to be careful safety-wise, too.
Exactly.
Joe, this is all fabulous. Thank you so much for these
You're welcome.
fantastic tips. Joe is from Conant Automotive out in Stoughton. Make sure you check him out. And thanks for joining us.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you to all of our guests, and thank you for watching. Join us next time for Girl Talk.